Back on golf today, we flash back to the 2007 Northwest Arkansas Championship when a Razorback junior named Stacy Lewis played on a sponsor's exemption to shoot a first-round 65. Weather would eventually cancel the event. Stacy was awarded the trophy and invited back the following year. Kind of a harbinger, I would say, of things to come. 2011 Chevron Mission Hills, her first career victory as a member of the LPGA, came at a major. Held off the top player in the game at the time, Yanni Sen, to secure the victory and make the leap into Poppy's Pond.
And Stacy followed that up with victory in another major. This one came at the home of golf, the AIG Women's Open in St Andrews, 2013. All the greats have won on that green. What was her fifth start in the Open, she finished 8 under par and finished 2 strokes clear of Na Yeon Choi and Hee Young Park. She also served as a 2-time captain for the United States Solheim Cup team. She led the team to a tie with Europe, which led to Europe retaining the cup. And in 2024, Stacy returned to the role, and the United States team defeated Europe 15.5 to 12.5 to win their first Solheim Cup since 2017.
And part of this statement from Stacy, never in a million years would I have thought this journey playing golf would still be going in 2025, but the time has come to put the clubs away. I will finish out the 2025 season, but this will be my last on the LPGA. I've cared for the LPGA Tour like it was my own child, and I'm so proud of the progress we have made. But to my fellow players, we aren't done. I hope you all continue to push the tour forward and do all that you can to help on and off the course. And so great to be joined by Stacy Lewis. Now, congratulations, first of all. As I said during commercial, I hate to see you go, but why is now the right time to make this call?
You know, I've asked a lot of the older players, how did they know? And they said, you know, when you know. And it came to me earlier this spring. You know, I kind of wanted to see if I still had any good golf left in me. And I've put some good rounds together this year, but you know, the consistency isn't where it needs to be. And physically, the last few years have gotten really hard. And so, you know, I'm looking forward to what is next and doing more, just not having to grind on the golf course anymore.
In your statement, Stacy, you said that you would never have believed that this journey would still be going in 2025. Did you imagine that you would have achieved what you did during the course of that journey? Because it's been a heck of a career with 13 wins on the LPGA Tour, a couple of majors. You've won Solheims as a captain and as a player.
It's honest. I can't believe it. It's hard to believe that, you know, it's been 17 years since I graduated college, and just everything I went through as a kid with my back of not really knowing if I was going to play golf again coming out of that surgery. And I never had the perfect body. I never had the perfect golf swing. I was just gritty and I was tough, and that's just me, and that's how I play. And you know, to think that of all these little kids that I grew up playing golf against, I'm the one that got to #1 in the world and got to do all these really cool things in the game. It's just beyond anything I ever would have expected.
Stacy, you mentioned the back issues, scoliosis, back surgery as a teenager, wearing a hard plastic brace for 18 hours a day. How do you go from there to the best player in the world?
I have no idea. I really don't. I just, I think everything I went through as a kid, you know, I went to the doctor every 3 or 4 months and hoping I was done wearing that back brace. And it was supposed to be about 2 or 3 years, and that went on for 6.5 years. And you develop some toughness, you develop you just start to figure out life. And just so grateful for the opportunities, you know, just like I said, I enjoyed getting to play golf. I enjoyed getting to go to practice in college. I enjoyed getting to go work out. I mean, none of this has ever felt like a job to me. And I think that's what has made it go on for so long.
What comes next, Stacy? Because you certainly do not seem like the type who's likely to kind of take to the couch at home with a bag of Cheetos and put your feet up.
No, I am not that kind of person. I think everybody around me would say that too. But I don't know. I want to take the rest of this year and you know, spend some time with my family and figure out what I want to do. But I want to find ways to continue to impact this tour and the women's game. And you know, I want to find ways to help. And I've gotten to learn a lot behind the scenes of how this tour works the last 5 or 6 years. And so I just really want to continue to grow on that and just see what that next role could potentially look like.
What are your thoughts on the state of the LPGA Tour? New commissioner, always questions about visibility and the structure of the tour. What are your thoughts on where things stand in 2025?
Well, obviously, we're very excited to have Craig at the helm. It's been a breath of fresh air, and it's been exciting to get to show him our tour and show him the ropes of what's made us successful for so long. And, we really got to push and somehow get this tour to become more visible, have our top players really become stars outside of the golf world. And, I think we're getting there, but I think that's going to be a big focus of Craig's over these next few years. And, I'm excited. I think the sky's the limit really with this tour. And, we've done pretty well to this point. We've got great sponsors in our majors right now, which some adds to the stability of the tour itself. But, continue to work on the schedule and finding ways to get us on TV more and be more visible.
You've always been involved in the kind of the tour business, the advocacy within the tour, Stacy. That's not always easy to do for someone who's actually playing for a living and trying to be the best in the world as well. Are there enough of your peers who are making it their business to get involved in the business of the tour and advocating for their own tour?
We have a few right now, but I don't think there's enough. I think your best salespeople for our tour are the players themselves. And that's one thing I've been really proud of over my career. I've had, I think, at least half a dozen sponsors that were sponsors of mine and title sponsors of tournaments as well. I was able to convince them to get on board and do tournaments. And that's what we need more players to do. And so I hope the players I've seen me do this, I hope that they've learned a little bit from me of that you can do all this. I've really I've juggled a lot in my life from, doing all of that to captaining to having a child. So I hope I can show them that all of that is possible and you can still play good golf.
Well, I know my favorite Stacy Lewis moment. It's the way you finished at the old course, birdieing 17 in 18. What's your favorite Stacy Lewis moment and maybe your biggest regret in pro golf?
Biggest, it's really hard to top the old course, to be honest. I was actually just talking with my college coach, and those are probably 17 and 18, probably the two best holes I've played under the gun of needing to perform. And I honestly don't know how you top that. I would add another moment in Scotland of winning after the birth of my child, just kind of what you go through and all of that physically to get back to getting to win and just my daughter getting to see what I do. I think that's been the coolest part of the last 6 years is, she's learning and hopefully one day she thinks what I did is pretty cool.
Stacy, a few weeks ago we saw Julie Inkster almost make the cut, tantalizingly close to making the cut at the age of 65. So is there any chance in 2050 we're going to see you out there trying again, just for the fun of it?
I'll tell you what, I actually played with Julie those 2 days, and it was amazing. And she was so close to making the cut. But, I definitely look into 45 and 50 when I can play in some of these senior majors. And, when I told my caddy, Travis, that, that this was happening, he goes, good, in 10 years, we can go get that Open that we never won. So he's already eyeing that senior Open. So, but, really, take the next 4 or 5 years and really get to spend that time with my daughter. And then maybe we'll get back to it then.
Stacy, it's been so fun to watch you go about your business. You deserve a little rest, even though we know you'll stay busy. Stay in touch, and congratulations on all you've accomplished, and thanks for your time today.
Awesome. Thank you guys so much.